was very generous. When my granddad Richardson came in as a boy to borrow $20 and get horse feed, all on credit, Mr. Regal just gave it to him, didn't say a word. He was known for giving little bags of candy out with kids. And when the bank failed, he started a script system. He was very generous, very kind man that was really, really respected. Frank Regal.
Yeah.
Anyway, they moved that store over here. And they built this one about 1925. In one part of the store they had canned goods, groceries, a general store. One part they had clothing and one part they had hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And then upstairs in the back you had the office. And they had wires from the cash registers, and they'd send the receipts. They used paper receipts, and they'd put them up and send them on the wire up to the stairs where Mr. Regal had his office.
Wow.
He kept the records up there. It's also got a basement in it, but I've never been in it. Anyway, when they moved the old store over here, it became the theater. Came another theater, not the second one, about the third one at least.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom floor was converted, and on 3 nights a week, I think it was Monday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, and then one other afternoon, on Sunday or Saturday afternoon, they would have shows in it. And I think it was a quarter. It didn't cost too much anyway. And then later on, after that, when the theater was closed about 1950, they converted it into the lodge hall. There was Masons, Eastern Star, Rebecca's, and Oddfellows. And they all had groups, and they all met in it, up on the second story. It was 2 stories. And then they used the bottom sometimes for meetings, for dinners and stuff. But it was torn down about 10 years ago, and this building was replaced. Let's go down here, because there were a couple of down here too.
Yeah.
Then we'll go back that way.
Okay. So how much, back in those days when everything was 25 cents, how much did people make? What was like the minimum wage?
I have no idea for sure. My granddad Evans worked out the air base for a brief time. He lost the farm in 1942 and moved to town. And I don't know for sure. Probably I'll walk on it. Either out here, probably out here would be better. I couldn't tell you for sure, but it wasn't very much.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
I think 25 cents isn't a lot of money, but I'm thinking about today's minimum wage compared to back then.
$13, $14 or more.
Yeah.
Okay, here, from about where you can see that concrete, that was a drive-in for the basement for the store. But from about there on, there was a 2-story building. It's the Wilsey Hotel. And it was owned by many people. In my day, it was just a house. It was no longer a hotel. But in 1907, my grandmother's aunt was running it briefly, and her son was operated on for appendicitis, and he became one of the first ones around here to survive, because usually that's fatal back then.
Yeah, back then that would be.
And it was 2 stories. It had 8 bedrooms upstairs, and a kitchen parlor, and a couple of bedrooms downstairs, and a storage room, and I don't know what all. It was just kind of a squarish building.
Yeah.
There's a couple more yet. That's recent. It's just been kind of a storage thing.